Hi, I'm Christina Lee with Deaf Dogs Rock, and I wanted to go over what every deaf dog family needs to know. And just some of the things that we need to go over is when you get your new deaf dog, you usually within the first 24 hours you kind of freak out, like, oh my God, what have I done? Do I need a special trainer? How am I going to get through this? And we want you to know that you don't have to worry, because we are here to help you. We have you can go to deafdogsrock.com and go under our resources section, and we have a great training blog. So first of all, we want to talk about deaf dogs. Number one, they are a dog first. Number two, they are breed second. Always take this into consideration when you're training. Breed second. And number three, deaf third. And what that means is if you have a heeler, he's going to have herding instincts, and he's going to have a high prey drive. Or with my boxers, the bully breeds, they like to get into everything, so we had a few challenges that, always knocking the garbage can over, or getting into stuff, or chewing stuff, and so we came up with some enrichment plans for them. But we do recommend positive reinforcement training, clicker training. If you're looking for a trainer in your area, you can actually go to Karen Pryor Clicker Training and look for a clicker trainer in your area. And I know what you're thinking, like, clicker training, well, the sound of a clicker. So what positive reinforcement clicker training is we reward the dog. It's like a value system. He gets paid for doing good and making the right choices. So with a hearing dog, you're going to verbally give the dog a command, and then you're going to lure the dog in place. So for sit, you're going to lure it into place by holding the treat over his head. And then when the dog sits, you mark it with a clicker, you click it, you mark it at the exact second the dog makes the right choice, and follow it up with a high value treat. And you repeat, repeat, repeat. And what this does is give the dog an opportunity to make the right choice, which, that's what we want to do, is give the dog an opportunity to make the right choice. So with the deaf dog, we're still doing positive reinforcement clicker training, but we're replacing the clicker with a visual aid. So some people use a thumbs up, some people use the open hand. I use a 3-finger flash so I can still hold my treat. We want to stay away from any light gadgets. We want to use things on our body. So that's what positive reinforcement is about. You do not need a special deaf dog trainer. People email me all the time and say, oh, I need a deaf dog trainer in my area, and I'm like, no, you don't. The trainer is not to train your dog. The trainer is to train you to train your dog. So if you go to our training blog and you you do the Watch Me training, you do the beginning sign training, you're already way ahead of the game. If you do those two things, you can sign up for a positive reinforcement group training class and get in there and have fun. You'll be working with a trainer that's going to train you. Your dog will be socialized. Your puppy is going to get socialized. It's going to be able to play with other dogs, other puppies, especially if you go to puppy class. The great thing about this is if you run into challenges, if you have a specific challenge, you have a trainer that's going to support you, that's going to help you through this challenge. And so what more can you ask for? And I tell you, positive reinforcement group clicker training classes or positive reinforcement training classes in general are very inexpensive. We're talking anywhere from $150 to $250 for a 6 to 8 week program. So you go every week. And I also think it keeps you on track. It's going to keep you on track to do what you need to do, and you're going to build this amazing foundation for your deaf dog that's going to last for years to come. If you can just give your dog 6 months and just really work on training, you're going to have this wonderful deaf dog for 10, 15 years, and he's going to be a great canine. I mean, he's just going to be great to take out and about. He's going to be socialized. So one of the things that if you want to get a fast track, I always mention this, if you want to do a fast track on your training, with Nitro, he had a broken toe. With Bud, when he was neutered, I did tether training. So I tethered them to me, especially on the long weekends, for an hour at a time. And what that does is I'm still doing the Watch Me training. I'm still luring into place and doing different things. But the most important thing is when I get up, I tell the dog to get up. When I go left, I turn left. When I go right, I turn right. And so what that does, I'm not sure why that cut off, but hopefully with this will, we were talking about tether training, about tethering your dog to you, giving it directional training. Point right when you go right, point left when you go left. And so this helps your dog kind of get a head start on training. Crate training, I can't tell you how important crate training is. When you leave the house, you have to be able to crate your dog so it doesn't get into things that could hurt them or actually kill them. So do your research when it comes to crate training. There's all kinds of great resources out there. There's crate games. Victoria Stillwell has a great video on crate training. I think we have her video up on our website. Also, we feed in our crates. We do all the feeding in our crates. We give them toys in our crates. We give them treats in our crates. They take naps in their crates. We never give them free roam of the house. We actually have an X-Pen. So when they're always in the room with me, especially when they're puppies, and you're taking them out to go potty every hour, and you want to make sure you have a visual on them. And then when it's nap time, they go in their crate. So that crate becomes a positive experience. So it becomes a den. They love it, and it'll get you through the night when it's time to go to bed. We also have, if you go to our 15 Deaf Dog Life Hacks online, you'll see the first 4 tips are bedtime. Bedtime could be a huge issue where your puppy doesn't want to go to bed or he's crying a lot, and we really want to give you those tips because we don't want you to sleep with your puppy. We get so many emails every day about separation anxiety. So many people sleep with their puppies, and then their puppies get so connected to them that they can't even leave them alone even for a minute. And many of the deaf dogs ending up in the shelter have separation anxiety, and that's why they're there. People just give up on them. They don't want to deal with it. And so if you do proper crate training and get your puppy to love the crate, that's going to make a huge difference. It's going to make your life a lot easier, because trust me when I say, when a dog gets separation anxiety, it's another world altogether. As far as never let a trainer talk you into using lights as a marker. You don't want to use laser lights around your deaf puppies. It can trigger obsessive compulsive disorder to where the dog won't even look up. It'll just be shadow jumping and light jumping, and lasers are really bad, especially on any of the herding breeds, but we're seeing a lot of it, and so people are like, oh my God, I wish I knew. So hopefully, that'll help you. Stay away from those gadgets, stay away from pinch collars, stay away from the shock collars. Positive reinforcements, whereas these deaf dogs are very sensitive. You shock a deaf dog, you're going to lose its trust. These hands are for communication. They're for 100% trust, and we can't break that trust with our deaf dogs. Be your deaf dog's advocate. Even if you're in a training class and the trainer wants you to do something and you're not comfortable, you need to speak up and say, you know what, I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not going to do that. And I have done that so many times where they wanted it, and I'm like, you know what, I am so not comfortable with that. I'm not going to do that. So speak up. Don't be afraid to speak up. These dogs are counting on you. You are their voice. So happy training, and I hope this helps you on your journey. Thanks.